Hi everyone, it's me, Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and welcome to the channel. Welcome each and every single one of you. If you want to know what I've been up to over this past week, stick around. Well, thanks for sticking around. You wanted to find out what I've been up to this past week? Well, it's always a little of this and a little of that. So let's go ahead and talk about what you will find here in the channel real quick. It is everything fiber arts related and then some. So it can be knitting, crocheting, needle tatting, weaving, spinning, processing fiber into yarn, the whole enchilada from start to finish. Drum carding, blending board blending fiber, as well as I make my own designs and some on Ravelry. And I have things in my Etsy shop for sale right now. Basically, it's my glass beadwork, which we will talk about here momentarily. I am currently working on a couple of patterns, that shawl being one, and that is going to be set to the side. I am not pressuring myself anymore because every time I get myself pressured to continue to record that, it never fails, something happens to interfere. Now I am almost done with part 2, and then there's only 2 more parts to record. So it's getting there. It's just not as fast as I wanted it. I wanted to have it out at the beginning of this month, and it ain't happening. So I'm just going to say, when it's done, and then it will be released. Hopefully by the beginning of next month. At least this way I've not got the same amount of pressure on me, and hopefully it will alleviate some of that overwhelming stress, because when I get to that point, I just shut down and won't even touch it. So with that being said, the shawl will get done. I just need to redo my thinking on it so that way my brain will function and I can actually work on it. I am working on the study of the Christmas cookie by the Crochet Crowd, Mr. Mikey, and I'm about 3 rounds away from finishing part 3. So here we are to that point. Now, the last round that I did was interesting because you worked it on the wrong side to give yourself these little nubs here. So that was a little interesting. Now, if you're wondering what I'm using, all I did was I had a bunch of leftover scrap mandala, and what I did was put them together into cakes, and that's what I'm working on. I'm just using leftover mandala. I am working on a table runner. So this is miniature form of it. This would be the length and this would be the width. So I still have some edging to put on it, and then I will do a tutorial on it. But as I said, this is miniature form. You would do it however long you want it for your table. But this is the width of it, and then there will be an edging on each end. And that is done in an acrylic cotton mix. Let's see here. Baby B, Hushable Solid, and this was a discontinued, I think 2 years ago, and it was 50-50 acrylic cotton. So that's what I'm using to work that up. So those are my current works in progress. I still have my lost souls that I am working on occasionally, just not overwhelming. Let's see. Beads for this week. There are some I will not be able to show because they are already gone. They went to their new home. So earlier this week, I decided to play around with trying to make a die. And here we are. It's kind of muddled. It's not perfect in any way, shape, or form. It's even misshapen. But that was my first attempt at making a glass die. Hey, why not, right? Here are some miscellaneous beads that I made just along the way as I was working on making other beads. I had some mandrels with some bead release on them, and if they sit for too long, the minute you add heat to them, the bead release cracks and falls off. So it's better just to grab them and start putting glass on them and not let them sit there that long. Besides, it's fun. But at any rate, these are the miscellaneous beads of this past week. Now, I will insert a few pictures over here while I'm talking, but first I'm going to show you some that I have here. So I will show better pictures of it. These two necklaces are for sale. And then there's these earrings. Then there's this necklace, which is not for sale. Neither is this one or those earrings, but these are for sale. So I'm going to go ahead and insert pictures of the ones that are the necklaces that are for sale over here. One has gray outside beads, and then the other one has red outside beads. And then we have these earrings that are for sale. And now I'll show you the others that are not for sale. This necklace is not for sale. Neither is this one. And the earrings to go with it. So those I made with the intention for myself. I wanted just to play around with some glass, and it was new to me glass. So I wanted to play around with it and get a feel for it. That is the reason for the earring and pendant set. And then the one that's got all those wild twisty colors, that's awesome. I love it. I had made a twisty cane and wrapped it around my bead, and it turned out pretty cool. I was pretty happy with how it turned out. And then I put a bunch of clear glass over the top of it. So if you are interested in a couple, if you're interested in items that I said are not for sale, please speak up and I can do my best to create something similar. It may not be exact because it's going to be handmade and I'm not a machine. So with that being said, the items that you see for sale, I usually offer them first, either in the Facebook group or on the community tab or in my Thursday night live. However, this Thursday night, I will not be offering them up at all because I have a special guest and I don't want to be trying to sell my stuff while I have a special guest up. So with that being said, there are items for sale. You can go back a little bit and kind of take a look at the pictures, pause it, take a look at the pictures. And if you are interested in them, you can reach out by contacting me from the email down below. Now, they range in price depending on the type of glass and how much glass and how much detail and how much finishings. I did switch up the way I've been making the necklaces so that way it could be a little bit more reasonable and the beads still be just as safe. I think that's it as far as the glass goes and my works in progress. Now, I did get my glass in. For those of you that are interested in seeing my blown glass. Now, I did get it in, And after I show it, I will explain a little bit more as to what's going to happen. So here we are. This glass is 15.5 ounces. So that is a half an ounce from 1 pound. It is heavy. Now, if you look carefully right here where my fingers are, you can see that line through the glass. So right across here, you can see the line through the glass. What had happened was the initial bubble that was blown to just start this, got trapped. And when this was in the kiln to cool, that bubble popped. And he said to me that he would grind it down and I could do a few things. I could come and make another one on him. I could ask him to just make me another one and send me another one. He could grind it down, send it to me, and send me a gift certificate to come back and make another one. So I told him, I said, just go ahead and grind it down, send it to me, and a gift certificate's fine, and I'll just come back and make another one. But here we are. Here's the bottom. Let me put the paper back in it. It makes it easier to see. Here's the bottom. And once again, there it is. So my colors are orange and green. I am a Miami Hurricanes fan. Have been since wee little. Being that I am originally from Florida. So, born and raised Florida. So this was my orange and green. The next one, I don't know. We'll see what happens when I get down there. If he says I can use other colors, then I have an idea running around in my head. But this was my very first blown glass item. And it is a glass. And yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. Like, really happy with it. The top, it's got a little bit of a nice lip to it, which is what I was going for on my last trip around working on the inside, shaping it. If you want to see, and you have not seen the video, there is a video of me actually working in the shop with the guys to make this glass. So I'm excited. But that is my blown glass. It is here. But that's it for me. Let's see. We did go, let me take a step back. Thursday, I did not go live. I pulled something underneath my left shoulder blade. Hurt to even just sit and breathe. So I was not able to go live Thursday. I was in pretty good amount of pain, and it was take care of the farm, do what you need to do, and relax as best I could. So I did that. Friday afternoon, we drove up to my friend Rachel's to pick up a truck from her. Well, it was her father's, and we picked up a truck from her and brought it back down here. And my chair. So I have a whole lot more comfortable of a chair. It's not squeaky like my other one is, but I can't get rid of my other one. My other one's got to stay in here. So it is a new chair to the channel. And I mean, it's used, but it's okay. I'm loving it. It is so comfortable, and it's so nice to have a little bit more support and to be able to kick back and relax. Yes. All right. So next up, we have, what have y'all been up to? And let's do what used to be the slideshow. Now I just show you the pictures and talk about it. So I have my tablet over here. We will insert pictures next to me as we talk about it. So I want to start with Cecilia. Cecilia has been sharing a bunch of different things, so I'm going to start the pictures over here and let them go through as I am talking about them right now. Let's see. She said that she is back to crocheted dishcloths with scraps. They come out approximately 8 inches. So here's a blue and brown one. And here is a stained glass throw using Big Twist in green gecko and roller rink colors. She hopes to make it for Boggy Creek. So check this out. I'm liking how that is working up. Of course, y'all, green is my color, so I love it. Cecilia, it looks awesome. All right, and she also did her first loaf cat minus the tail. She used Hobby Lobby blanket yarn. Check out her loaf cat. These little loaf cats are super cute. All right, let me open up the weekly post and see what we have in the weekly post. So every Friday, I put out a post that you can comment on to share your pictures. When you do, just leave your YouTube name and channel name so that way I can address you properly here on YouTube, and I can also tag you in it so that way you know when the picture has been entered into a video. All right, let's see what else we have in here. All right, Cecilia also finished this dishcloth. She used the new Big Twist cotton in Hyper Violet Magical Mermaid. It's pretty. This yarn is softer than Lily Sugar and Cream. Very nice. I really like that purple. It is really pretty. That is really pretty, Cecilia. Very nicely done. Cecilia also added in a finished scarf using Scarfy yarn. She started it so long ago, she didn't remember the designer, but that's okay. It is beautiful. Check that out. Very, very nicely done, Cecilia. Look at all your finished projects this week. You're just finishing them up left and right. All right, Sharon Loves Purple is coming in with another painted pony beanie. That is a house pattern. If you would like to work up this pattern, it is a completely reversible hat. So here is her pictures. And the first picture is of it the original way you work it up in the tutorial. Now, if you want to reverse it, here's what it looks like. I think it looks super cool. Either way, it is 100% reversible and it gives you a different look each way. Now that she did in 2 different colors, so that looks awesome, as well as a solid. So very nicely done, Miss Sharon. And Sharon also shared with us that she finished the Butterfly Effect shawl by Bag O' Day Crochet. And here is that picture. Another very nicely done shawl there, Miss Sharon. All right, next we have Michelle. Michelle is coming in with a unicorn. She made a unicorn. Here it is. She is sitting on a blanket that she's finishing up as we speak. So thank you very much, Michelle. That is super cute. I'm loving the crazy mane and forelock. Love it. Very nicely done. And here is Megan. Megan is coming in. She said she's working on endless amounts of cables to get around her girls. This is from a tutorial by Queen's Crafts by Bridget. It has been a very good pattern to follow. She explains, get it where I can see it again. She explains how to fit it to your measurements. That's always a good thing to know how to do. To make garments, one extra large is not the same as another extra large. I know that firsthand. So it is always nice to know how to fit things to fit you. I also teach in a tutorial how to make a jumper, or any garment for that matter, to fit you, how I measure to make it to fit myself. All right, back to Bridget's. It took her a few tries to make the cables without mistakes, but that was her own error, not from the tutorial. I'm hoping to finish it this weekend. I'm using Premier Everyday DK Anti-Pilling in the color Grape Jam with a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook and lots of coffee. Very, very nicely done, Megan. It looks fabulous. I'm sure when you get it done, it will look amazing, and I would love to see it and see it finished. You don't have to wear it, but if you want to, it's okay. So thank you everybody for sharing your amazing work with the rest of us. We always enjoy seeing your work, and it inspires us to, look at other patterns, or, ooh, I've never seen that before. So thank you very much for sharing your work with everyone else and myself. I also want to thank you all once again for sticking around and hanging out with me each and every week. This coming week's worth of tutorials are going to be probably, who knows? I do know that the eggy earrings is on Tuesday. So for lamp working day, the egg earrings, Monday and Wednesday, we'll see. I don't know yet, but let's go ahead and roll the credits for the channel. That is all of the channel members. And that is whether or not you were gifted a membership by somebody during my live stream, or if you purchase yours each and every month. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I also want to send a special shout out to the Patreon members as well. So thank you so much for supporting all of your favorite content creators. And from me to you, be blessed, be a blessing. And until next time, y'all, bye for now.